Good morning. The rain is about to start, so I'd better get Buttercup to shore. While I'm out, I'm gonna check all my lines. The forecast is calling for 38 to 40 knot gusts starting later today. And the 40 knot gusts are supposed to actually be all day tomorrow. So the day before the winds arrive, I like to get out and just make sure all my lines are secure. Currently, I have 2 stern lines tied to the tidal island behind me. And I also have 3 bow lines. So I have a port side anchor, a starboard anchor, and I also am tied to a mooring can. So I'm pretty loaded as far as ground tackle goes. I always feel better when I check my lines before the wind arrives. I don't want to be out in my dinghy in 40 knot gusts making sure my lines are secure. So I'm gonna get it together and get Buttercup to shore. Hi there. It's the next day. I've already taken Buttercup to shore, and the forecast has changed just a little bit. I've got a bit of a reprieve this morning. It's raining for sure, but the winds have been downgraded to about 30 knots, and they're not supposed to start till about 1. So that's going to give me a great opportunity to go to shore and get some much needed fuel. So I'll do that. Yesterday, the winds weren't too horrible. They got to about, I think about 28 knots. I didn't really have any issues. The only thing that was driving me a little bit nuts is my dinghy kept getting caught in my stern lines, and I don't mind so much when it gets tangled up like in the wheels. But yesterday, the tide was so high, my stern lines were sitting on the surface of the water, so the dinghy would float and sit on top of the line, which I don't like that. So I had to actually get the dinghy off the line a number of times yesterday. But the great thing about anchoring in here is you get almost no chop and definitely no swell. The fastest wind we had this winter was about 52 knots, and the boat certainly rocked, but the water was pretty much flat calm. It was pretty amazing. You go outside to look and you can't believe the wind is as high as it is. So that was pretty great. Today though is going to be a bit of a different story. We'll see what happens. I'm going to head to shore, take my fuel cans, some garbage, and grab some fuel. the day, we're still rocking quite a bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. But it's actually not so bad. The water's pretty calm. It's just the wind that blows the boat. For most of the day, I worked and I cleaned. I did some dishes. I hadn't had water in a little bit, so I ended up getting some water from shore today as well, so that was good. I don't have a vehicle, so a friend of mine drove me to get fuel and drove me to get water and a little bit of groceries, so that was really nice. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.